February 21st, 1992. The Washington Post published an article saying the drug dealers in the R Street crew were greedy and resorted to violence, including 3 killings to protect the turf they claimed for 8 years in Northeast Washington, a prosecutor said yesterday in opening statements in a U.S. District Court trial. Defense lawyers, however, ridiculed the idea that such a gang even exists, and one lawyer claimed that drug trafficking in the neighborhood had been dominated by a cocaine dealer who had bribed the federal prosecutor. Proving that there was an organized R Street crew is essential to the prosecution's case. The first attempt by the U.S. Attorney's Office here to apply the sophisticated racketeering statute and drug kingpin law to attack a Washington street gang. The 24 defendants in the case are accused of conspiracy, possession of narcotics with the intent to distribute, money laundering, and racketeering. In addition, some are accused of first-degree murder and of operating a continuing criminal enterprise. They will be prosecuted in at least 4 trials. The trial that began yesterday for 5 of the defendants may last 3 months or more. 3 defendants on the trial now could receive sentences of life without parole if they are convicted. The 2 others could face up to 35 years in prison without parole. Those on trial are alleged gang leaders Kevin F. Williams Davis, Anthony T. Nugent, and Darrell D. Williams. The defendants also include alleged supplier Alba D. Respero and associate Joyce W. Boyd. All the defendants except Boyd are being held without bond. Assistant U.S. Attorney Russell Duncan, in his opening statement yesterday, told the jury that Williams Davis and Nugent were involved in 3 slayings from 1985 to 1989, killings that were done to secure the group's drug business. Duncan took the jury through a step-by-step, date-by-date account of how the R Street got started, switched from marijuana to PCP to cocaine and crack, and killed rival drug dealers along the way. The first killing came on April 3rd, 1985, and the victim was Alton Klee, whose family sold marijuana on R Street near North Capitol Street, Duncan said. 4 people were shot that night, Duncan said. All 4 were shot by members of the R Street organization. And from there, Duncan said the organization took off. He said the group sold $50 million worth of drugs in its 8 years in existence. Picking up on that claim, Nugent's attorney, Kenneth M. Robinson, one of the 5 court-appointed defense lawyers, drew laughter from the courtroom audience when he noted that 3 blocks away, the recently indicted P Street crew is alleged to have sold more than twice that amount in the last 2 years alone. That's enough dope to kill the entire population of the District of Columbia if you believe the government, Robinson said. Leonard E. Birdsong, the attorney for Williams Davis, urged jurors to set his client apart from Nugent, who he said had been involved in drugs. However, Birdsong maintained that the concept of an R Street crew had been fabricated by prosecutors. There was no gang, there was no conspiracy, there was no criminal enterprise, Birdsong said. The most explosive moment of the opening statements came when Robinson referred to an audio tape that was secretly recorded by the FBI on December 10, 1990, 9 days before Nugent was arrested in a drug sting. On the tape, Nugent, 26, is having a conversation with FBI informant Claude Joe Juggins. Nugent can be heard telling Juggins that one of their associates had agreed to cooperate with prosecutors and was preparing to set them up to be arrested. Prosecutors are required by law not to disclose information about active investigations. In undercover drug investigations, agents and prosecutors consider identities of informants to be the most sensitive information in their possession. Mark Lee, a spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office, said an investigation of Nugent's claims failed to establish a basis for the allegation. However, Robinson said Nugent's claim was taken seriously by FBI agents involved in the case and that Nugent was questioned about the tape for 3 hours immediately after he was arrested. Nugent declined to discuss the tape with agents, sources said.
It really hurt me when they killed Stan. Nobody knew who to shoot. We ain't even have a plan. He sold me my first gun. He held my first son. If I was with him shooting it out, bitch, we the one. I shed tears for my niggas who ain't here. They tattooed and spit that real shit to remember him. Bitch, I'm that dude. Catch a op and spit on his baby daughter. I'm that rule. Right at 3 o'clock as soon as he get her out of school. You killed my dude. I don't give a fuck about you. I hope somebody killed you in case I never found.
Ozone Old, up for debate TV, and you already know who it is, my baby. You see what you see, what's good with you, man. Excuse me, yeah, we still in DC, man. You know, still at their history, man. It's a lot to learn, a lot to be told, you know what I'm saying? So today, we dealing with the the R Street crew? Yeah, R Street crew. You know what I'm saying? My bad, y'all, I'm gonna get to it. I'm tripping. We're dealing with the R Street crew though, man. And let me see, these dudes, the only one I could find was Black from R Street. You know what I'm saying? The only picture of these dudes I could find was a dude Black from R Street or whatnot. But he was said to be one of the leaders of the gang as well, you feel me, or the crew. Because DC ain't got no gangs, right? So he was the head, one of the heads of the crew. And they started in like the early 80s, from what I understand. A very violent and bloody gang. That's what I heard. I heard these boys was killing like killing ain't killing. You know what I'm saying? They say when Rayful went in, they basically started killing a whole lot more. It ain't like they wasn't killing, but they started killing a lot more, I believe. You know what I'm saying? According to my folks, when Rayful went in. But they was getting just about as much product, I believe, as Rayful was getting when he was on the streets, you know what I'm saying? And that was odd to me. I asked like how they do that. Because the word was if they copped from you and you didn't drop the prices like ASAP, like the next time we cop, this shit better be cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Or the work better be cheaper rather, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. They was murking. They let them have it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how true it is, but that's what I heard. I heard they were off a couple of dudes if the prices wasn't right next time around. You know what I'm saying? So they was real ruthless dudes though. You feel me? I heard they also tried to get Rafe out the way once or twice. I don't know how true that is. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, they wanted basically more clientele, not necessarily to take over his blocks or whatnot, but the clientele to come their way or what have you. But it didn't work, evidently. You know what I'm saying? Rafe where he at. And they where they is, you know what I'm saying? What else I get from these guys, man? Dig this, the article, fun fact. The article talked about how important witnesses and informants information was to the state's attorney's office and everything else. Now I believe they put that in that article because one of these dudes' mothers worked for the, she worked for the U.S. Marshals in the Witness Protection Division. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, like 20 or 30 of the people that was witnessing against these guys had to go through a different organization in order to be protected. You know what I'm saying? Now that's crazy too. You feel me? Like they ain't trust her. Well, I guess not. You know what I'm saying? It's her son or what have you in his organization supposedly. And that's crazy how they was trying to say they don't exist. You see, the attorney was like, these boys don't even exist. I don't even know what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? The dudes down the street on Peach Street that sold twice that amount of drugs. That'll kill the whole city. That's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what was the basis of him saying they didn't exist, though. You know what I'm saying? He find it hard to believe that the gang even exists. You feel me? But yo, another fun fact, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had much on these dudes. I just got what I got. But I heard they was real dudes, you know what I'm saying? The real ruthless dudes, though. Fact. You feel me? But they also mentioned in that article, Fred, that dude, the dude Nugent. The dude Nugent was saying that one of his associates paid the prosecutor's office 5 stacks in order to get information that led to them knowing that they was being targeted by the DEA, the FEDs, and everything else, the alphabets. You know what I'm saying? And that was supposed to be Michael Frey. My people say Frey was like in a godfather position. He was well respected by a lot of people and he was in a bunch of different circles for a bunch of different reasons. So him getting that information, they said they wasn't sure if he actually got the information for them or he just had a prosecutor in pocket that was giving him information about different things. You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, that's still making some type of Godfather figure to me. You know what I'm saying? But hey, what you know about our street, man? Was them boy really real like that? Did you walk that block? You know any of these guys, man? Get in the comment box and let me know, man. Ozone O, Up for Debate TV, and you already know who it is, my baby. When you see what you see, man.